You know, and I know, and they know, cause we know, we go all in, you know, and I know, they know, cause we know, we go all in.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the newest edition of What You've Been Missing. It's your boy K Dizzle DC. It's your man Hef Streams. Heffalump, what up?
What it do, K Dizzle? How you feeling, bro?
You just there with this the crucial smile there, man. Welcome to the All Dressed Up podcast, man. We live and direct each and every Sunday like we normally are, man. I feel fantastic. We are halfway through the year. We on episode 21, kind of a year in review. So we're gonna have a little light. We know we got a lot of action going on tonight with everything on. Gentlemen, what's going on tonight, Heffalump?
Man, a lot of action tonight. Everybody's live, not just the All Dressed Up podcast, because we live every Sunday. But there's something small going on called the BET Awards. Who's counting?
That's that little small situation there.
Then you got the Eastern Conference Finals. You got the Bucks and the Hawks playing Game 3. But we still out here rocking, man, because I don't really think we care too much.
Not at all. Shout out to 410 Beer in the building as usual.
My man, my guy.
My guy, my homie. You know what we do, man. Look.
Celebrated my birthday on Tuesday.
Shout out to the homie.
35 years old now, man.
35 and live. Good God, brother. Good God. Welcome to the club.
I don't even think I can go by Young Hef anymore, man. I think I got
you dropped it. You dropped it like in episode 4.
I pull it out when I try to touch the youth, when I try to get in my young crowd.
He said, let me get educated. Wu-Tang Forever's in the building. Shout out to Mark Nebo. It's in the building. What up, Mark? What's going on, man? Hey, look. So much going on.
What it do, man? How you feeling, Kato?
I can't go any further because it's sitting on the side. It keeps looking at me. Happy belated B-Day have. It just keeps calling me, man. It's saying, hey.
Calling me.
It keeps calling me. It keeps telling me, yo, respect the drip. Respect the drip. Who is this guy?
Out there today in the Milani gear. We had shouted out Milani brand a couple weeks ago. I got a package, for putting down the brand, and that was just me representing the day at the wine festival that I went to out in Westminster. Man, I had a good time with my baby, but nothing too crazy. What up, Melinda?
What it do? Melinda's in the building. What up, sis? What's going on? Arizona Ron is in the building.
What up, Arizona? Man? AK Dizzle, just let it drip, man. You ain't gotta hate the drip, baby. Let it, just let it drip a little bit. I can't hear you. Where'd you go? Can't hear you, K. Where you at?
But now, there it is.
Now you back.
Man, respect the drip right there. Respect it. Look at the shades, man. Drippy. Look at that.
Shout out to Milani Brand.
Shout out to Milani Brand, man. Sending the package, man. They didn't have to do it, but they did. This is what happened, man. You shout them out, you get sponsorships, man. They sing you stuff.
Hey, man.
Look, we need to shout out. We shout out more brands more often and get the party going up in here, man.
Look, wearing my summer colors, 35 representing.
30 Fizzle representing another year around the sun, as they say. And look, man, what's going? Look, you got sports tonight, man? We need to talk about sports.
You want to talk about sports now?
Let's talk about sports, right?
Let's talk about what's on live right now as we speak. I'm kind of watching it on the side. Milwaukee Bucks at the Atlanta Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
The series is 1-1 right now. The Hawks is up. They're up 32-28. I'm thinking Milwaukee's probably going to take. If Milwaukee wins this game, I think the series is over. I don't mean to go out too far on a limb, but Atlanta's at home. They don't want to give this one up, but I think Giannis is on the mission. I think it's his year to go. to the championship, and he
Is
could
he to
do it,
go?
man. I think he can. I think Milwaukee has a good chance, especially with Phoenix being up, looking to close the Clippers out. They're one game away. We might be looking at Phoenix and possibly the Bucks, or it could be Phoenix and the Hawks.
Phoenix and the Hawks. Phoenix and the
But
Hawks.
let's talk about. Did you see the fight last night?
Hey, while you were talking, I pulled up highlights.
Oh,
we
that's what I'm
can get
talking about.
on it. You want to give you a synopsis now? Or you want to watch the highlights? It's up to you.
I mean, basically, I just wanted to say, man, if anybody's hating, and I'm not even going to say hating, if anybody's not really believing the hype for Javante Davis, I think the time is now.
The time is now.
He fought a guy that was 5'11", had him in reach, had him in height, much bigger, Hispanic fighter, real tough, fast, threw a lot of punches. And I was really surprised to see how Javante Davis, round 5, started walking him down. He started actually stalking the bigger fighter. And one of the most critical moments of the fight, you have Floyd Mayweather, who's not technically in Javante's corner, but I guess he's he's got some type of business dealings with the
promoter.
fighter.
That's his promoter.
He was talking to him kind of down on the bottom floor. Up to Javante Davis in the corner, telling him, "Hey man, you're down on the unofficial scorecard."
Right.
And once he said that, and your boy Floyd, and I know you're gonna pull it up. Once he said that, man, Tank, like Arizona said, started whooping that boy like he was a child. I mean, he beat the brakes off of Barrios. No disrespect to Barrios because he's a hell of a fighter, but very entertaining fight. 74.99. If you paid it, it was definitely worth it. If you streamed it, it's definitely worth it. But yeah, man, shout out to your boy Knockout. I think the knockout came in the 9th round.
The 9th round. Let me tell you, okay. I don't bet. I don't bet. I don't gamble like that. But as soon as my boy was down in Atlanta. Shout out to Bianca. My boy was down in Atlanta. Shout out to my boy. Rated. I know DJ Caddy Mac. He had his he had an event down in Atlanta. He invited me down. I couldn't make it, but my boy told me he got tickets to the fight down there. As soon as he told me, I said, "Who fighting?" He said, "Tank fight." I said, "Man, Tank gonna take that boy in the 9th round. Gonna take him in the 9th round." And I should have put money. I should have put money on that thing. I swear. But no, let me put these highlights up, bro. These highlights have to go up. Let me put these highlights up, bro.
So before the show, I said, "Look, man, I gotta make sure we put up Floyd's chains that he had on at the fight last night. He had on enough. He had on enough last night to feed anybody that's hungry in this world."
Bro,
look at that.
Look at them joints right there.
That's
Floyd ain't playing with him out there. He ain't playing with him out there. Good God Almighty!
You need help. You need help. You need help putting them on and taking them off.
Floyd is barely 100. Is he 150 pounds? How big is Floyd?
Walking around, he walks around like about 50. Yeah, about
50, buck 55.
Yeah.
So hold on, man. Let's put these highlights up for those who missed it. Let me put these highlights up for everybody, bro. Okay, they're gonna get us or they're not gonna get us. I don't know, but the man put the work in. It's on YouTube. It's free. Stop playing YouTube.
Javante Tank Davis taking in the adulation from the crowd here in Atlanta.
It's only a minute and a half.
Yeah, issues on the scale.
Yeah. Right, but
oh my God.
Here's the thing, man.
And right on cue, there's Steve Fard with his unofficial scorecard. So,
and he took that hit. But he ain't got no steam on it because he doesn't.
Nah, he showed he had a chin because Barrios was jabbing all night. The head.
Ooh.
What up, baby?
Davis.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Baltimore. Baltimore's in the building.
Respect
to
him.
Mad respect.
The boy, if he fights you 9 times out of 10, he's gonna knock you out.
Don't nobody want that smoke. Don't nobody want that smoke right now.
He talked like all he got on his mind is knocking out people.
That's all.
And I don't want to talk about his I should say his literacy, but when he gets on that microphone, I be like, ooh.
Let that man be great. Baltimore's finest, man. He out there putting that work in. Putting
Yeah,
that work
shout
in.
out to him. I wouldn't want to box him.
But he won. He did whip that boy like a child, man. Suns versus Hawks. Suns 4-1. I see that. I see that 100%.
Suns, Hawks. I don't think I would even enjoy that finals, man. I just want to see, I think I want to see Giannis in there because you don't got LeBron, you don't got your real superstars that you usually see. I'm not hating on Trae Young, but personally, I'd rather see Milwaukee in it.
You ain't got the names you want to see.
Nah, it's
what it is.
But it's good for the NBA if you think about it because they can at least show you what's to come in the future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unless Chris Paul's old ass wins it. And then it's just a moot season.
It's a moot season. It's flowers now situation, Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a surprise for you guys. We've been talking about it. What's going on? We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. Blah, say blah. But I want to share this tab really quick. So that's important because look, not everybody can be here when we're on here. Do I still have it out?
Oh, and people always say we don't put the text number up long enough either.
I don't put it up long enough. I left it up for like 10 minutes on the last episode. Wait a minute.
I've been hearing some chirping.
Who did say it with your chest, Clarence? Look
at that.
Look at that. It says Spotify on the left. It's all here, baby. If you miss us, catch us on the replay. Everything but 3 episodes are up there. So all the stuff that we talked about, all the great stuff that's been there, all the comments that we read them on purpose to make sure you go in the podcast. So we shot you out on purpose for that. If you want to hear us and you want to share it with people, and they may not be able to catch it to be in the live show, tell them go to Spotify. Look up All Dress Podcast. We are there. We are live direct. Apple iTunes. Supposed to be coming up soon. I don't know when the hell they get their shit together, but it's coming up. All Dress Podcast. Hef, what you think?
Yeah, man, it's nice, man. I love the imagery. And a lot of people don't have the time to watch us live on Sunday night. And I understand, and for those people who still want to support, still want to hear what we're talking about on Sunday nights, now you got the opportunity to, put it on your phone and play it on Spotify and your AirPods while you're grocery shopping, while you're working out in the gym. I mean, I got to say, we're a little bit entertaining, So just check us out, man.
Check us out. Follow us. Help us get the word out, man. We're there and we'll be everywhere soon. I'm sorry, y'all. I got this crack in front of me. Maybe if I shot them out, they'll send me some free nerds, bro. Huh?
Don't say you got that crack.
No, I got the nerds gummy clusters. I don't know if you've ever had them before, but I tell you what, I need to go see a dentist right now in the name of Jesus. But
before we go into the meat of the show, let's talk about the BET Awards, my personal favorite award show.
Your personal favorite award show. And let me put them on the screen too. Shout out to the BET Awards.
That I wanted to talk about that I saw in the first half of the BET Awards show that was pretty interesting.
What'd you see?
So, okay, Shaggy Morris knows about that candy. They said that candy is like crack.
See?
So back up
See?
Shaggy.
This is
It
retarded.
wasn't me. I found a run on the counter. It wasn't me.
Go get you some.
Katie just got the
I need that check.
Counter.
I need that check.
So look, the BET Awards comes on. Taraji P. Henson is the host. She's on a phenomenal job from the hometown. So that's a good thing. You got some good performances lined up. But look, so I'm watching the Migos perform. Here comes Cardi B. She got the baby bump. So she's out there rocking out, dancing, rapping with her stomach showing, and it's in a nice, tasteful outfit, showing her stomach to let people know that she's pregnant. So big news there. Good way to start the show off.
Wow.
Her tore down. She came down from the ceiling like an angel. She's playing the drums. She's playing the guitar. I mean, I'm talking about one of the most talented musicians, let alone artists in the game right now. I think she's very underrated. I think, what is she, like 22, 23?
Yeah, she's having a phenomenal year though. So, she's had hit after hit.
But she's incredible, man.
Her album just dropped.
Yeah,
Just drop it, though.
I don't think she's getting the just due that she deserves, man. I mean, a lot of people don't come from the ceiling playing the drums, man. She's dropping down from the ceiling, playing the drums, singing live in
Mm-hmm.
in an arena, bro. Then she gets off the set that she drops down from the ceiling on and goes and plays a guitar like Prince. It's incredible, man. There's a phone, there's a text number that everybody be talking about. They don't see
Yep.
from the smoke from K Dizzle.
Yep. Who want that smoke? King
Y'all be
Tut.
talking about as me that people be scared of. People be scared of K Dizzle. They don't be wanting to smoke from K Dizzle when he go trying to say it's me and shit. Nah, I be chilling on Sunday night.
And who is this coming out of the car? It might be over for the Migos.
Oh,
Why you say that, Rob?
So this, I'm glad you said that, Arizona. So check
That's
it out,
Tyler.
right? So let me say something real quick, okay? Oh,
Mhm.
Tyler, the creator, I'll
That's
be
Tyler,
doing this
creator.
weirdo
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
So look, check it out. So the Migos, right? They were obviously one of the hottest groups of the past decade. We get it, right? I'm not gonna dive in too deep. So they're on the same label with Little Baby, QC.
Mhm.
Little Baby obviously is taking over the game behind Drake right now because you haven't heard from Kendrick and J. Cole just dropped. Little Baby's probably the hottest rapper in the game, right?
Mhm.
So I think there's tension between the two camps. Not to even really get into that, but they perform their song, and then the next award that comes up, K Dizzle, is Best Rap Group. Bless you. Typically, in an award show, when you perform and the next award comes up for your category, you usually walk and get the award right off your performance, right?
Usually, right.
Bruh, how do you lose the best group to I don't even know their name because they're not a real group. Bruno Mars and your boy Anderson .Paak.
Well, look.
I mean, I know their song was super hot.
But look, they only have one song. They haven't released anything. They got in the studio and said, let's make one song.
Bruh.
And they won Group of the Year.
They won Best Group, and Migos just toured down. And I know they went and tried to do their thing solo or whatever. You might say it was a good thing, a bad thing for some of them. But they came back and they just dropped their album. I think
they just dropped it.
They sold like 130,000 copies, and I don't know if that's a win or L for those guys, but they didn't sell more than Baby and Lil Durk, and that's not even a real group. We're talking about people that are just getting together and doing compilation albums.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Arizona said, it might be over for their run. They had a good run though.
They had a good run. They had a real gun because they were different at the time. And they just created a space. And look, I don't know too many people that ran out. Well, maybe look, I'm in a different age group now, so I can't even say that. But I didn't know too many people that ran out and was like, you cop that new Migos, or you listen to that new Migos album. So
everybody kind of played the Migos kind of like a guilty pleasure. You'll bob your head to their songs in the club. So you might not skip it in the car because you might be on the way somewhere and it gets you kind of turned. But nobody really ever said, "Hey man, you get the Migos album." You know what I'm saying?
So basically, you saying it was a pity play at that point? Not
really. I just think that, like you said, their sound was undeniable. Unfortunately, for people like me and you who came up on a different taste of hip hop,
right?
That's not our type of rap. That's not Full with No Beards type of rap. That's not Arizona's type of rap. But at the same time, we all can understand they went on a crazy run. When they, like you said, when they came out with Versace and they put Drake on that song and they took off from there was no other group really touching them.
No.
You can't name a group that touched those guys. But hate them or love them, you know, they are who they are. They did perform today with their baby mama up on the stage. Shout out to them. Congratulations to Offset and Cardi B.
Congrats.
A healthy pregnancy.
Congrats. She came out with the baby bump though. Hope she ain't doing no WAP later on.
But what's up with Lil Kim looking like Sammy Sosa in the crowd? I shouldn't say that, but she's looking very light skinned, and Sammy Sosa is fame. Lil Kim is a bleaching company.
She's been a mess for years, man. She just got lost in all the surgeries that she's tried to have or had, and I think the last stage
was
like a Cabbage Patch Kid.
The
now.
last stage of plastic surgery fuckery is when you go to the bleaching. Once you start going to being the total opposite complexion, that's when it's all over.
It's been over for a minute for her. I don't know what happened to her. She lost, It is what it is for her. I
Hey
done
man,
lost.
you said that shit like you really felt like you were like it's been over.
It's been a long time, man. You got to remember, Lil Kim. Everybody was loving Lil Kim when she came out. She was
Yeah.
just that neighborhood youngin that could rap and had bars. You like, damn, that's a shorty right there. Now you just like, what in the world? You just left New York and went straight Hollywood and lost. Just lost one. But say la vie, man. She been gone for a minute. Ain't been no hope for her for forever in a day. But let's get into it. Let's break into it. Okay. You want to talk about what we talking about tonight? I'm gonna let you lead tonight.
So episode 21 for all the people that's been with us for the run. Thank you, we love you. We're talking about the pandemic made me do it, right? So we call this guy Paul George, the NBA star, Pandemic P, because when the pandemic hit, pretty much he went into a slump. They kind of coined the phrase together. It was catchy. So we're gonna talk about pandemic P's, right? Some of the things that people are kind of blaming on the pandemic. I want to know if these things were around before the pandemic hit, or if we're just trying to make an excuse and say, hey, man, it's the pandemic that made me do it. I think this is a good conversation. What's Arizona Ron talking about?
He's talking about Park Line or Hit Him Up resonates a lot now looking at her. And see, now I gotta go back and research. Now I gotta go back and read. Brian be trying to.
All right, so look, so where we going with it first, right? We talking about the pandemic made me do it, counting down a few things that the pandemic seems to have left us, or I think we might be making an excuse. We might be blaming the pandemic, and it might not be the pandemic's fault. So if you have any of these, definitely text tonight, 301-857-1757. Again, Melinda, 301-857-1757. You can always join the conversation. Sinead joined last week, and I'm kind of afraid if she joins again. Because I wasn't ready for that.
Oh man!
Episode 20, my baby came through on the
she came in hard and fast, bro.
I was thrilled, and then she was just like coming with a tone. I was like, I don't know.
Bro, she came in hard and fast.
All right, so look, so the first thing we're gonna talk about tonight, were people rocking bonnets before the pandemic, and was it acceptable, or is this something that now we just do because we want to come out the house real quick?
Bonnets.
What's up with the bonnet thing? Were girls wearing bonnets on the humble back in the day? Oh man!
Look, she switched straight to your joint.
My identity has been stolen.
Herman,
you didn't tell me that's how the married life was. You didn't tell me that.
You logged into your shit. Hey, look, no.
Somebody has my likeness.
Let me say this. About the bonnet situation, okay?
Tell me something, man.
I think with the bonnet situation, more than anything, it has been the pandemic is exacerbated it, meaning that folks just was like took it to the next level. Okay. You ain't been out to buy no clothes. You ain't been out in these streets. You've been in pajamas all day, all right? So it just makes logical sense that you just gonna wear the bonnet to everywhere you go.
So the pandemic exacerbated the bonnet.
It exacerbated the bonnet situation that was already there.
And then Derek Jackson's wife took it to the next level, and she made people be proud of rocking their bonnet.
Yo, I mean,
I'm just saying.
For you to comfort in that situation, when you're supposed to be having a serious conversation about some things that happen in the media that you're addressing, and you want to bring your wife online in a video, in a recorded video at that. This was all rehearsed at that. And you allow your wife, your queen, to be in that video with a bonnet on. With a bonnet on, bro. I just
with her shield.
and she was okay with it too. That's a whole nother situation. That just exacerbated it again. The whole thing with bonnets. And it really didn't start heating up until actually this year again. Your girl Monique made it a whole situation saying women be queens, don't wear bonnets out in public, blah blah blah. Who say woo. And then it was a whole backlash of I'm gonna do what I want to do. Um, and like I said, there's a lot of things that have happened during this pandemic. Like I was a completely against dudes and slides. Okay, I'm 100% just me because of the stigmatism. Anytime I see a dude in slides, I think of don't be in business. I think of all the shows. Right, these are my feet right now.
Well,
Okay?
that's what I
These
was
are
going
my
to get
feet.
to next. Like after bonnets, is going out the house in pajamas and your Crocs and size acceptable? And where is the line that we draw to where we can decide, hey, I need to not wear my pajamas and my Crocs where I'm going because this is still, real world situation as opposed to everything being pandemic status. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go and rock my pajamas and my Crocs.
Now, I'm not wearing pajamas out. I'm not wearing Crocs out. The only place I wear my slides out is to the gas station. If I'm going to the gas station to gas
I
my
don't
car and come
believe
back,
I don't believe K. You probably wear your slides more places than the gas station.
I haven't really worn my slides more than anywhere else other
See, I
than the
never
gas
liked
station.
it. I never really liked to wear my slides out in the streets because you never know if you run into a situation. And I
that's
and I
that's
might
another
need
part
I
too.
might need some good traction. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So I
another
can make
part.
sure I can
See,
get my hands off.
look at
I don't
that.
want to be out there. I don't want to be out there defending myself in the streets in no Crocs and no slides.
Yeah, look, look,
See,
look.
look, what if
Crocs
it pop
over
up? Now you
everything.
fighting in socks, or you fighting in your bare feet like you're a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter. You can't do that, man.
Yeah, what if it pop off? Now you fighting in socks, 100%.
So you
Right.
have to really make a decision and don't let this pandemic get you fucked up coming out the house wearing those Crocs and those slides.
Like he's shoes on. He's stupid.
I don't care
No,
about your Crocs having sport mode.
no.
I don't care about
Look,
that.
Crocs. Look, for those in the nursing industry and all that other stuff, Crocs saying it. You got
It has
Crocs on
nothing
in
to
your
do with
scrub,
that, K Dizzle.
huh?
We're not even talking about the lovely nursing
I
industry.
know, but I don't want I don't want the nursing crew or the phlebotomist or wherever you are working in health industry.
Or
Get
shout
this
out to the
off because
people
we
that do
talked
your
about
drug test. Shout out to the people that do your drug test for work. They're very important too.
it.
We
Yes,
love
those
y'all.
people. One rock will finish you in a fight in that slide. I'm trying to
Mm.
tell you right now.
Your foot goes
You
this way,
will,
your slide goes that way, and you might go down off of a light jab, and you
yeah,
can't say nothing.
you will buckle instantly. I'm
And then
promising
if you buckle and go down, K Dizzle, your flip flop is gonna fly in the air,
It
and
is
then that's all that's gonna go viral. It's gonna be the guy who got dropped and his croc went in the air.
yeah, you can't wear open toe shoes in nursing. No, I know you can't wear open toe shoes in nursing. We talk about Crocs. Crocs
So
is a
was that
part of that.
around? So was that around before the pandemic, or is it a pandemic P now? Is it left with us because we got used to being running around just from the house for a couple minutes and going back home?
Before the pandemic. It was before the pandemic.
Okay.
It was getting a little outrageous before the pandemic.
But I
But
think the pandemic made Croc stock go up though, man.
it did. Crocs and slides went up 100%.
Like I'm seeing Crocs now with all types of little badges on them and shit, little pins and needles and stuff on them, and
Stop
different
it.
little pictures. I'm serious.
Stop it. All right, let's move on from the
All
pot.
right, so look, this is kind of one that I thought was a little funny because now everybody's supposed to be vaccinated. You vaccinated, Kermit?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I am.
So you're vaccinated. So I say about 50% of America's vaccinated right now. I don't know the real stats, but a lot of people are walking around with no mask. The mandate was lifted. At my job, we kind of wear masks depending upon the customer's comfort. So, if the customer's wearing a mask, we wear a mask. But what about the girls? And I'm not trying to, make this a sexist thing or hate on my ladies out here, but I just think this is funny. What about the girls who have like the big booties and still walking around wearing a mask on? Because since the pandemic, they've gotten a lot of attention Maybe because they don't have to show their entire face, but they still have pretty attractive bodies, I would say. So they're walking around and they're still wearing the mask, and they're kind of saying, "Well, I don't really trust it still, so I'm gonna keep wearing my mask." I don't know if that's a pandemic thing or if they just kind of taking advantage of the situation.
Wait a minute. So what you're telling me is you're saying big booty women are still wearing the mask because they got more play with the masks on?
The ones that aren't the probably prettiest,
No.
quote unquote.
So they're saying, so you're saying the masks gave them advantages, sheer advantages
I'm saying
that they didn't have before.
if you lack confidence in your facial appearance, some people lack that type of confidence. But you might say you got a big butt. And we've heard the term before, like everybody wants to put something like you haven't heard, like, oh, a person has a nice body, even a guy. Like, oh, that guy has a nice body, but he's like jacked up in the face. Like I've heard women say that too. So maybe those guys got their stock up in the pandemic. Those dudes with the 6-packs walking around that still get to wear masks now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They ain't trying to come for me.
Men are still going to smack the handsome big booty women.
The handsome big booty women.
These are facts. These are facts. Does the mask help their? You saying the mask helps their chances, and so they're still wearing the mask? It's not because they want to be cautious.
I don't know.
It raises the stakes. It raises the opportunity for
See,
future advance.
You can't say K Dizzle. I'm saying that. What I was doing was I was asking the question.
What you've been hearing on these streets is that I can neither confirm nor deny. As a man and where I'm standing,
you plead the fifth on that one.
I have to plead the fifth on that one because I know.
I just think it's interesting that a lot of these women are still extending their mask usage.
No, it's not because they're being more cautious. No, it has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
All
right.
Let me bring up one.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. You keep running it. I like the way you run it.
All right. So what about this is definitely off the pandemic. I don't think we can say this is before the pandemic because it didn't exist. What about all these people that had these PPP loans that were winning for the last 3 to 4 months that you might not know where they are come Christmas time? I don't think a lot of these people are going to be showing their faces because they're coming to collect. For those people, for those fake ass LLCs that you opened up and got a PPP loan, and you try to say you had a landscaping company because you bought a John Deere.
Hey! A lot of people
they come and get it, bro.
Man, there was a rapper that had his whole lifestyle and everything built off scamming those PPP loans. I think he got like $1 million. $1 million. He put out a video with stacks and everything, and everything he had, everything he put out, they used against him in the court of law. So he came up. Shout out to all you folks scamming the PPP.
Can we loan? PPP loan?
No, it's cut off. Shout out to all you folks. Shout out. Your time in court is coming soon.
I think we could have got a PPP loan for the podcast.
We could have got 20 G's. It is going to be a lot of free my man in 2022. They're not going to be around holiday season because you got to pay. You're going to have to pay that thing back, one or the other, either jail time or through some other forms of collection. So a lot of people came up.
So before you bring yours up, right, and I'm gonna just finish with this one before you go into yours. What about now everybody being so educated in crypto and NFT and all this other type of virtual currency? Like, was this something that was like talked about and existed before the pandemic, or was this something that got more attention because people had a lot more free time on their hands? Feds have a 98% conviction, but goddamn.
Look,
crypto
has been around for 20 years. Okay. Believe it or not, it's been around for 20 years. with everybody being home. Yeah,
When I
baby.
when I first when I first met you, I never heard of crypto.
No, we didn't talk about crypto like that.
Nope.
I knew about crypto. I've had a Coinbase account since
I'm sure you did
2022.
because you're like a damn look like private genius.
No, stop. It got more attention during the pandemic
That's what I'm thinking, Shaggy
because
Wells. I'm thinking the same thing.
it got more attention during the pandemic because everybody's home, everybody's on the internet, and everybody is looking for another stream of income.
Everybody
Because
is looking for something else to spend their money
something
on.
else to spend their time with, to spend their money with. One of the things that we learned more than anything else, that if anything happens in the world, right, and you are quote unquote non-essential, your ass will not be getting paid. Okay,
Right.
you will not be getting paid, and you won't have any other stream of income. So it made a lot of people look into other ways to try to get their money, to make them money. And if they weren't getting paid or weren't getting unemployment or something like that, you had to find another stream of income, and that just boosted a whole bunch of different opportunities, advances. And if people got more time, like everybody did, most people did. Unfortunately, people like you and myself, we were deemed essential in our normal gigs and our everyday other stuff. So if you had more time, you had more opportunity to look and research that stuff up, and that just became a boom. The pandemic exacerbated it, just like the bonnets. It just put it
Yeah.
on a whole nother scale. So
But chat, come through and let us know what y'all think. K Dizzle definitely gives you secret crypto dude. I'm telling you, Arizona, you gotta hit him up. He's
yo,
rich on the low.
look. I'm gonna tell you, and I told Hef this, man. I remember when Bitcoin, people was coming at me about Bitcoin back in like '03, and that shit was like 0.000010%. I know guys from way back then that are driving Lambos that ain't working for nobody now. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing now. I wasn't smart enough then, but goddamn it, I'm smart enough now to understand it. So, but yeah, that was it. Was that your last one, man?
No, I was just saying before you
Oh.
go, chat, come through. If you guys got any that you wanna bring up in the conversation, put it in the chat or
Put it in the
text them to
chat.
come
Put it in the
through
text,
live.
man.
We're talking about things that we don't know if it's a pandemic P, if it's something that's been a product of the pandemic and we're just blaming the pandemic for it, or if it's something that's been around before. Let us know. Tell us what you think. But go ahead, K Dizzle, what you got?
My first one, right? Now make sure I say this right because I know I texted to you, right? It's being called the massive resignation, right? It's being called the massive resignation. So it's pretty much a resurgence of it is. I'm saying it's a pandemic. P. You can tell me whether or not people are leaving their jobs to find better jobs right now,
Okay.
and they're saying they got it. I think the stat was last month. To date, 4 million people resigned from their jobs and look for better careers and better things for themselves. The
Okay.
pandemic has pretty much shown not only that at your job you're expendable, but it's put in perspective what's now more important. We had like a whole year of timeout, right? Whole year timeout, and people have taken that time to realize, hey, is this the career path I want to go on? Is this the thing that's going to take me to the next level? Or why am I really doing this? They start reevaluating life and what's important and what they want for them moving forward. And
So
so,
hold on 1 second, K. So what you're saying is this has been recorded to be at a higher rate than before the pandemic?
absolutely,
Okay.
people have done. They've see, Ron said people at his job quitting like shit. I mean, it's facts. People
So
are
what do you
people.
think? What do you think it is?
I think it's a good thing, because some people work jobs just because they pay them well. And that's the
But
truth.
why do you think now people are doing it at a higher rate?
People are doing that at a higher rate now because they have time. They have had time to sit and evaluate what's important.
So
And
basically what you're saying is people have had more time to sit around and weigh out the pros and cons of their life and kind of like thought about more far-sighted thinking than their usual short-sighted thinking and realize it's time to get the hell up out of there.
for sure,
And
is
you
this
said
serving the purpose?
people with big positions too, because it's not always about the money. I was telling my girl that a couple of days ago. Like, I don't necessarily think that money makes me happy per se. Personally, K doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the ability to move when I want to move. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, you need that currency to be able to move when you want to move.
Right.
Technically, you know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily want to trade my life, you know, figuratively for a paycheck.
Right.
And that's the thing. And I think a lot of people before, when people would say, "Oh, life's too short," people would live their life in a certain way. I think
Mm-hmm.
now with the pandemic actually occurring, a lot of the other people who never really said that phrase "life's too short" kind of are starting to feel that way,
Right.
and they're starting to now feel the same way as some people who were in poverty, or some people who just were kind of down and out because they've lost family and loved ones, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, or they may have lost some businesses or things of that nature. So, now it's a whole different story. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are feeling different ways. So,
And here's the other thing that big business is trying to argue is that because the unemployment stimulus is keeping people out of jobs. That ain't keeping people out of jobs. It's keeping a small percentage out of jobs, but the lack of the pay scale is keeping people out of jobs. The biggest industry right now that's having the
right.
toughest time is the restaurant industry, and in this area, on average, they're getting paid still $4.25 an hour. 4.25 or 5.25 an hour,
And,
and they've always been solely relied upon for tips and wages,
and
right?
that's the job that's always hiring.
It's always hiring, and so um, you know, yep, people been dying too. Makes
Exactly.
makes people reflect on death.
And that's
Half a
what I was
million
just saying.
people recorded dying has made people reevaluate what's important, and so you want to get people back to work, and you want to get people back into those things. Truthfully, you're gonna have to pay people more to do those type of jobs. Otherwise, it ain't gonna make sense. But yeah, that's one of the big things that is a pandemic. P.
I just
Uh,
think it's interesting, Kate, that you say massive resignation. It's like a whole group of people just finally saying, "Man, fuck this, man." Like, I've been doing this for X amount of years, paying the same bills, living in the same house.
hmm
Like, it's time to now, again, should it get off the pot? And I've even had some of those moments,
hmm
during this pandemic, because it's like, how long do you want to do the same things? Like, me and you've talked about doing different things with our media aspirations for years.
hmm
And one of my other pandemic peeves I'm going to get into is everybody and their mom has a podcast now, including us.
hmm
But we talked about it years ago. But I
hmm
gotta say that maybe the world slowing down gave us more time to sit down and say, you know what, let's go ahead and get it done.
Right, right.
You
And
know?
look, took a hard hit trying to start a small business, and the timing couldn't have either been worse or either been more perfect. But even still, he took that time out to try to start up that business, and they still had avenues to help you out, even if your business hadn't started. Like I was you know, well, my business I was qualified to get a PPP loan, but right when the pandemic opened, I opened up another business, and it was a tough thing. Who's this? My guy Mike says people work with people that they like. When they are furloughed, the job becomes easier to look at. Maybe it's time to go, and that's what everybody that's what everybody was looking at. Like, yo, maybe I don't need this POS job. Maybe I can wait to find something better,
Yeah,
and
that's
they gave
right.
them an opportunity with the stimulus to give them some breathing room to say, hey, I need to find something better, or I can actually do something better. This isn't the only option. So, if anything, that's one of the great things that came out of the pandemic. And to touch on a different side of the pandemic, that one of the things came out, and it's definitely P for pandemic. Okay, one of the great things to come out of that whole situation was versus versus.
Versus has definitely been very popular, man.
Yeah, versus is
Got to
versus
give credit to those guys.
versus when they made that, and they made that on a whim, and they got paid off of it, man. Then they built it up and sold it. That is capitalism 101. You build that thing up, sell it, and move it. But it did something for the culture. It made people. It not only did it help those artists, build up streams and regenerate more income, but it brought the culture together. Yeah, your job gave you a pandemic check. Shit.
You know what, Kay? Before I lose train of thought, real quick, it's almost like anything that's superior, or anything that's super talented, or anything that generates a buzz that draws a lot of people to it. I don't know if it's capitalism or not, but it has to be owned.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like anything and everything that gets people's attention, that can attract the masses at a high volume rate, good or bad,
Hmm.
has to be owned. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's every form or aspect of it. If you think about it, if it's music, if it's intellectual property, if it's any type of business or talent athletes, like somebody's always trying to buy you. And when you see all these people now realizing that, you know, I'm attracting 300,000, 400,000 views with nobody, supporting me, with nobody giving me a platform besides YouTube, or besides, something else, and get that type of following. I mean, that's very powerful. And now what these big executives are doing, they're trying to shuffle now to figure out how can we reset the game so now we can get back in control of all this independent creation, because you know big corporate executives are liking the fact that right now you can use these platforms to go big because they can still buy you.
Yep.
But they still aren't going to not feel the situation of that overpowering those guys at the end of the day.
Well, with anything, it's got to be owned, and it's got to be monetized. So anytime you get to that type of echelon level, and that's with anything. If you find an artist, before any label wants to get involved, they want to see what kind of following you've already built on your own. They want to see what kind of audience you have, because they want to just build on that and capitalize and monetize as much as they can off it. The only way that we do better, and now they do better, and they understand, is they have to pay people more, and they have to negotiate more, and give up more of the profits. That's why you see most of your artists and
Going
artists,
independent.
whether it be music, they're independent. They're
Mhm.
making their own money. They don't need the label push behind them. And if they do decide to do that, their contracts are way different now. They're not
Because
full blown.
it
They're
comes
just
down to what can you do for me that I'm not already generating.
exactly. They become just distribution contracts or other parts of it,
Right.
that before artists weren't even in the room talking about. They was just like, hey, you take this advance, or you shut up. We're gonna take the rest of your money. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And
That's a good
they're
point.
owning masters. They're getting smarter about the business and everything else. It's a great thing to see. And Versus was one of those things that two giants, icons in the industry that started it, and then it became something for the culture, and a conversation piece that carried us through, you know, carried that part of the country through those times, and gave us something to talk about other than what was in front of us.
Hmm.
The death, the cases, and everything else that the media wanted to extremely focus on. So that is a pandemic P.
Damn, man, can you get it out,
A
bro?
lot of because a lot of y'all was getting some
It's a
pandemic D,
pandemic.
and we ain't gonna talk about that, though.
Hey, I texted you about that too. I was like, are we
Yes,
gonna hear about years from now a pandemic baby boom? Were
coming.
there a lot of pregnancies? Was there a spike in population? From this time, we'll probably hear about it sooner or later.
Hell yeah, it's coming, pimp. They
Yeah.
all coming. All them babies will be here within the next 5 months. It's 10 months. Pregnancy is 10 months.
Time's
Just
a ticking.
FYI. And pregnancy is 10 months. It's coming, man. But pandemic P, um, it was here before, but it got a boost afterwards. I think
Hmm.
you said half of it. I said the other half.
Hmm.
Uh, I said weight loss. You said weight gain,
Hell yeah.
right? So
I
exercise,
was talking about it's a lot of babies out here now. Shout out to all the people who stay strong. Pandemic
pandemic
pets.
pets,
What's that mean, baby?
pandemic pets. All y'all going and buying them little cute dogs for $1,400, $1,500
People were
with your
getting
stimmies.
lonely. People were getting lonely. They needed a pal.
They did need a pal.
Pandemic pals.
Pandemic.
Are you hanging with
Babies aren't
people? Are you
pals, they're
hanging with
babies.
people? Are you? Hey, that's a good question. Are you palling up with people in the pandemic that you normally wouldn't pal up with
Oof.
in a normal situation? Because hey, you know what? Any other day I'd be out, but since it's a pandemic, I'll go ahead and rock my bonnet and hang out with my neighbor who's gossiping next door.
Oof.
That's a whole nother topic, though.
That's a whole nother topic, man. Being friends with people you ain't really friends with just because you're lonely.
Pandemic pals.
Pandemic. Anybody in the chat fall victim of that? You talking to people you don't normally talk to during the pandemic?
I don't know. That's it. I mean, would you admit to that?
Would I admit to that? I don't talk to a lot of people, so I can't even say.
Yeah,
I got tired of it. Huh?
The only time I see you was on Restream. I never even see you in the street.
This is
like
so
if it wasn't you like Jay-Z, if it wasn't for these pictures, you probably never see me at all. K Dizzle, I'm telling you, you gotta break the news to the All Dressed Up viewers pretty soon. You've been very secretive. You've been doing a lot of work.
I've been doing a
coming
lot
on
of work.
coming on the podcast very tired.
Look.
There's been a lack of promotion lately. I don't know what's going on here, man.
Hey,
Am I getting kicked to the back burner or what?
You are not getting kicked to the back burner. People buy dogs because they were home, but when the world opened up, they buy dogs to come inconvenience when it's time to travel. That's
funny.
When the world opened back,
Chico, man, I liked you before I wasn't going nowhere. Now your stupid ass is holding me up.
Who that?
Chico, the dog.
No. I got a bunch of stuff going on. Some stuff I can talk about, some stuff I can't. But when it comes out, it comes out. When it happens, it happens. But you already know, I'm always working. I'm always doing 1,000 different things. I do be coming on tired as hell. But I'm committed to the cause, and everything will happen in all its due time and right time. Pandemic P, everything in pandemic has shown me and taught me that, hey, life is short. And whatever you want to get done or whatever you want to do that shit now. And so if I run myself ragged and get to where I want to be in 5 to 10 years, and I ain't got to do shit from there, I'm going to do what I got to do now to get there. You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you, bro, for that.
So if anything, like I said, that's one of the things that I learned from the pandemic. And one of the things, too, I'm one of those massive resignation guys myself. I've 21 years in the business. I jumped out of that bitch because I wanted my time back, my energy back, and my effort back so I can do some of the things that I wanted to do. Wasn't the easiest thing to do, but I did it, and I'm still doing it. I'm still here, and it's just a lot of work. It's just one of those things that you work on and that you work through. But we getting back to weight loss and weight gain. I gained a shit ton of weight, but I also lost a ton of weight because I saw how much weight I fucking gained. So,
yeah, you had enough time in this pandemic to realize the weight, like you said, you gained, and then try to lose it. But what about the people who've run up their DoorDash rewards cards to the max? Like, I can't even talk. Like, there was a time where my girl was like, "Babe, you are not ordering DoorDash again." and I did my share of cooking as well. Like, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people during this pandemic have really fallen in love with this online delivery thing, and Amazon obviously is huge now too. So is that a pandemic P? Is the DoorDash craze, is that something that would have been huge before the pandemic still? Or is this something that got a spike because of the pandemic in popularity?
It was huge before. Like I said, just exacerbated it. And the giggle workers were the brunt of that. They were considered essential workers too. Another thing, they got to pay better. They got to pay their people better.
Amazon's got a huge turnover.
Amazon always had huge turnover. I'm wearing a fucking Prime shirt right now. Look, they
what does that mean?
Amazon owns everything. If you don't know by now, Amazon damn near owns everything.
Bezos is talking about going to space, man.
So, he doing that on his own time. He ain't got shit else to do. He done quit Amazon. I mean, shit.
Yeah,
the motherfucker want to go to space. If he want to go to space, pee in the atmosphere, he can do that because he's Jeff Bezos. He can do that. He can pay for that.
Conspiracy theories behind that, but I'm not even going to go into it.
But look. the software that your Grubhub and your all that stuff is on is run by Amazon. All the logistics software that everybody uses for everything is all owned by Amazon. I'm
Amazon
trying to tell
owns
you,
everything, bro. What
these
are you talking
motherfuckers
about?
are they are Skynet in disguise. I promise you. These are fucking Terminator
You
Skynet in
keep you
disguise.
watch what you say right now. If your microphone shut off, Amazon owns that
They
microphone
already
you got.
recording my shit.
They
I
own
mean,
that
it's a wrap.
microphone.
86. It's a microphone in a D. But I mean, they just who they are. And you can't get mad at them. They are part of the culture that is writing the future on how we do business and how we buy things. Skynet is almost upon us. They are already here, bro. Already here. They already have your fingerprint in your phone. They already have your face in your phone. Please stop being afraid of this shit. They're already at your doorbell. You can be anywhere in the world and look at your doorbell at the house. Shit's
Hmm.
crazy. But we get off topic, Pan. we
Right.
get way off topic.
You got
But that's
one. You got
whatever.
one more. One or two more.
Do I have one more? One or two more? Let me see who else. Oh, that was another one from there. Bum, 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 bum. Let me see.
Skynet is almost upon us hardcore, says Shaggy Morris.
Oh no. I think no, we kind of put it all in there. That time
Nobody
evaluation.
texts in tonight. So let's talk about obviously guys are gonna be on Spotify from here on out. Check us out there when you're working out, when you're going to the grocery store with your friends and family. You don't always have to see our beautiful faces live. You can
Mhm.
support and follow and listen to us after the fact. Definitely communicate to us too, man. We have a promotion that we're going to be putting out soon where we want viewers that watch the show, that enjoy us and enjoy interacting with us, to just give us how you feel about the podcast. You can just shoot us a nice little clip. Email us directly if you can post the email up, K Dizzle, right there. Submit your video and tell us how you feel about the podcast in about 20 seconds. We've gotten a couple videos out about a minute and 10 seconds long. We really appreciate the love. But just try to trim it down to about 20 because I don't want you to get
Look,
mad at me if I start
no,
chopping your video
no.
up.
Send your video in. If we will chop it to where it needs to be. Send your video and don't stop the party just because if it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes long, send it because obviously you got something to share
Well, there you
about
go.
the podcast and you care that much. We appreciate it.
Don't make
We
me feel
appreciate
like a
it.
bad. Don't make me look the bad guy and shit, man.
No, no, but I love the way you just pulled in the PSA strong. You did that joint just like we had a drive going,
No, no
and
doubt though. But
you
we're
did that right.
definitely gonna put that promo out there. We want to include you guys. We appreciate you. It's always gonna be fun. Just like you interact with us usually on Sundays. We didn't see anybody come through in the chat tonight, but it's all good. It's all love. We'll put you guys in the promo video.
Look, yeah, we wanted to kick it light tonight because we know. Look, next week is 4th of July. Just a reminder. I
We're
keep
having
it
our
going.
first Sunday off.
Our first Sunday off. It's Independence Day. Okay, it's an important day, right? We have Juneteenth. We have Independence Day. Independence Day still matters. I don't care what the cancel culture says. Still matters. It was an Independence Day from the British. We became America. Now, when slaves got their freedom, that's a whole nother situation. But we still celebrate it as a country, as one people. And we're still gonna take the holiday regardless. But
Look, Kay want to take the holiday. We taking the holiday. My baby told me, she said, "F all that. You gonna take a day off that you want. We gonna think of another holiday that we're gonna want to take off." But
there
I
you
love
go.
to, I love to be here every Sunday, man. But we will see you guys the following week. So, like I said, if you guys can get you a true patriot, if you guys can get us those videos, we'll get our promo up and all of our new and get up on all of our new platforms as well. But K Does will go ahead and how you feeling before we go, man?
Look, you know where we are. Check us out. Facebook.com, ADU Podcast, YouTube, ADU Podcast. We only grow with your help. We love y'all. We do this every Sunday because we enjoy it and we enjoy your
Sunday,
interaction
Sunday,
and
Sunday.
we enjoy you guys watching. We don't know how many people are watching at any given time. We just love the fact that when y'all come in and y'all talk your shit. We love it even more.
Y'all come and
when
go,
we bring
man.
your
We love
ass
it.
on. We bring your ass on in here and talk the shit to us. We want to keep it light this week because usually I think out of the 21 episodes we've done, this is our second one that we've had like a light topic.
Yeah.
Right. I think right or wrong, I think it's our light topic.
That's the thing that I was talking about, because sometimes I get mad when I watch other content, but I can't hate. But it's like a lot of people put out some, in my opinion, a lot of thoughtless content. We try to talk about some good shit. So, it's just my opinion. But like I said, keep up with us, and we'll definitely keep on, trying to put out some great stuff for you guys. And we have some big things coming soon.
Big things coming soon. And look, you know who we are. Tell somebody, you know who we be. Come check us out. We love y'all. We will see y'all on the 11th of July. All right? Peace.
Peace.
And you know, and I know, and they know, cause we know, we go all in, you know, and I know, they know.